welcome to my channel. My name is Rhonda and I'm also known as the Sparkly One. I have a fun little crochet project for you today. It's actually a little puffed heart for Valentine's Day. So you can make it in any color that you want, and you're gonna be making a lot of these because they're so easy to make. And guess what? The best thing is there's no stuffing in them. I am going to teach you a new technique on how to stuff these hearts. All you're gonna need is some scrap yarn, a crochet hook, and a yarn needle, and a few sparkles. Where'd that go? And all we're gonna do is glue the little sparkle onto the heart when we're finished. So if you're interested in learning how to make these beautiful little hearts, stay tuned because I'm gonna show you how. It's not just for an advanced crocheter, but a beginner can do this as well. And look, this is in the pink one, and they're just adorable. They're fun to make, they're pretty quick. I say it's probably gonna take you about 20 minutes. And they're done with a size G hook, a worsted weight yarn, and you'll need a little yarn needle. And that's all you'll need. You won't need any stuffing or anything. I'm gonna show you how to make these stuffing free. And there's two different ways you can do the edging, and I'm gonna show you both ways. So let's get started on these cute little hearts for Valentine's Day. This project is perfect for leftover pieces of yarn. If you have any little balls left of yarn in just various colors, this is a perfect way to use up all your scrap yarn. So all you're gonna do for this is you're gonna start with a magic circle. So you're just gonna hold this end in your hand and you're gonna wrap this around to make a little X. You're gonna take that hook and you're going to pull this underneath, and then all you'll do is grab the other end and you're gonna chain. So that holds it securely. So this is your magic circle. It's great because you'll be able to tighten up the middle of your heart. You can do it whatever way works best for you, but this is such a great trick. I wish I would have learned this, 50 years ago when I learned how to crochet. It would have made my life a lot easier. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start with 3 chains. So I already have 2. So there's 3. Then you're going to treble crochet. So that's wrapping your yarn around twice and putting through the loop, pulling over, yarning over through 2, yarning over through 2, and then yarning over through 2. That's a treble crochet or a triple crochet, whichever you prefer to call it. You're gonna wrap it around again and you're going to do 2 more. So you're gonna have a total of 3 treble crochets. So this is number 3. There you go. So as you can see, we have a chain 3, 3 trebles. Then you're going to do 3 double crochets. Whoops, sorry about that. 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And all the while you're working in that magic circle. See it? So if you want, you feel like it's a little too big, you can snug it up a little bit, which is a good idea because it's easier to hold. So now you have a chain 3, 3 trebles, 3 doubles. Then you're gonna chain 1, and then you're gonna do another treble crochet into your magic circle, and yarn over, and yarn over. And then you're going to chain 1 again. You're going to do 3 double crochets. So now you're doing a mirror image of the other side. So that's 2, 3. And as you can see, that's what it looks like. You can snug up this hole a little bit more. So see, it's starting to take shape. Then the next thing you're going to do is make 3 treble crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so you've gotten that far. Look at it, it's looking so great. Then the last step is to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm pulling my yarn, sorry about the noise. Then you're going to go into that magic circle and you're going to do a slip stitch. So that's just pulling through without yarning over. And there you have your heart. Whoops, spun around. So all you're gonna do is tighten up the middle. I'm just gonna take the hook out for a second, just to show you what it looks like. So you can stop at this point if you'd like, and you can make a little hanger here if you want to use it as an ornament or something like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and take it to the next step. So I'm gonna make 2 exactly the same, and then we're gonna sandwich it together like a little pillow, and then we're gonna stuff it without using stuffing. So I'm gonna show you how to do that, but let's get to this first and finish the second round. So for this edging, you're gonna have to make this next step. You could leave it like this, like I said, and you can use that. You can applique these onto a hat or a scarf or a purse or whatever you want. But if you want to get to this next level and make the little pillow or little puffy heart, you're going to have to follow these steps. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So see how easy that was? I really think that you could whip 100 of these up in no time if you wanted to. So anyway, let's go ahead and make the edging. So what we're going to do, so right here at the top, you're going to have the chain 3s. So you're going to go into each chain and you're going to single crochet. So you just push it through, single crochet. Okay. Then you're going to go into this next chain right here. Do you see that? And you're going to single crochet. So that's into 2 chains. Here's the 3rd chain. Can you see that? Go in there and make your single crochet. Then all of these treble crochets and double crochets, you're going to do a single crochet in each one until you get to this treble crochet, which makes your point. Then you're going to crochet 3 single crochets. So let's go ahead and do that. So, and you're going to go under these 2 loops right there. So you're not going to go in the front loop or back loop or anything like that, but you're going to go under both of them. So single crochet all the way to the point. So we keep going down, and it will start to curve a little bit, but that's perfectly fine. That's what we want. And you don't want to do this super tight, so just keep a light tension if you can. And so you're going to go into that one. This right here is a treble crochet. That's the point. You're going to do 3 single crochets in that point. Okay. Actually not 3 single crochets. I'm sorry. You're going to do 1 single crochet and a double crochet and a single crochet. You can, if you want, do 3 single crochets in there. It just won't have a more, you know, like it won't be as pointy, which will still look great. So if you decide to put 3 singles, that's fine. So then you're just going to work your way back up the side with single crochets. And if I can get underneath that, there we go. Again, don't do it super tight. So you go up the side with all of your single crochets, just like that. Okay. And then once you get up to the top, again, it's going to have 3 single crochets. So you're going to go in each single crochet. I'm sorry, it's gonna have 3 chains. So you're gonna wanna go into each chain like you did on the other side. So that's 2 chains, and then your very last chain right in there, do the single crochet. Oh, excuse me, got a hair in my work. Okay, there you go. So you're working on that part, and then you're gonna go into this stitch right here with a slip stitch. So that's gonna be your very last stitch that you do. Now, as you can see, it's starting to curve, which is great because that kind of is what is gonna puff up your heart. And I'm gonna have an exciting way to fill this. I am so happy about this. I really don't think I've ever seen anybody do it, but I decided at one point I didn't have any stuffing, and I thought, how am I gonna make a little puffy heart if I don't have any stuffing? So what I decided to do was use the yarn as my stuffing, which a lot of people do, I think. I really haven't seen a video on it, but I think mine's different just because I'm chaining to make my stuffing. So you're gonna chain at this point 110 stitches. Yes, 110 stitches, chains, 110 chains. So I'm gonna speed this part up. I'm gonna do 110, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you the next step, okay? So get to your chaining. Okay, so now I have 110 chains. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off. If I'm not tangled, I'm going to cut this off and just pull out the end like that. I have all these chains, which is going to be used as my stuffing, and that is just going to save me so much headache because I don't like buying stuffing. I think it's a waste of money unless you're making something big, and it'll, you know, you always have to carry it with you. This is so easy. You can do this in your waiting room at the doctor's. You can do it at a park waiting for your kids to get out of soccer or something like that, which is just so great, or watching TV. So let's do the second part of this heart. So at this point, what you're gonna do is you're gonna make one exactly like this one. So just repeat the video, make another heart, but don't work on this chain. So just stop at that point and then we'll continue from there, okay? I've made my second heart exactly like the first one. At the very end, you're just going to do a slip stitch right into the middle of that top piece right there. Snug up your stitch so you can tighten it. And let me show you the 2 matching pieces. There they are. So at this point, what the plan is to sew these together. So you're going to keep the nice side to the front, because you can tell what the back is and what the front is by just looking at the stitches. And if you put them together, they should match up. All you're gonna do is cut this piece right here, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna make it long enough so that you can sew all the way around your heart. So make sure you get a really nice long piece. See how I'm doing this? Wait, let me get this one, the other one out of my way. So you're gonna just make a really long piece and you're going to put a needle on it. I have this really long tail. Probably a little too long, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Put it on your needle, just like that. And you can take your other heart. And what I didn't tell you was, which you could, or I mean, it doesn't really matter, I don't think, but I make this very first stitch right here kind of long because I'm just going to tuck it inside, and that will go in there. If you do it too tight, I don't know, it probably still will work, but at least you can tuck it down in there. You don't have to cut any of the ends or trim anything because we're going to use that as our stuffing. So no matter what end you have for this middle piece, just leave it there and just snug things up as tight as you can get them. And just so you see this, there's these little holes right next to the treble crochets, which is one of the main reasons why I love using this chain as the stuffing, because it will kind of hide the holes. If you were to put white stuffing in there, you would see that, and I don't think it would look as good. So the next step is to go ahead and just pull all of these pieces inside to the back side. The same for this other heart right here. So you just keep everything in the middle except for this piece, because this is the piece you're going to be sewing with. And you sandwich those in. And they're going to be hanging out at the bottom, which is exactly what you want. And what you'll do is you'll have your yarn right here, and you're going to put this in and just attach it to the other heart. And whoops, there's a piece of glass over there. Just go ahead and sew that up and attach it. And see, once you pull it taut like that, it's going to be sandwiched in there. So what you're going to do is like a whip stitch. So you're going to go around, but what you're going to do to get this cute little boxy edge like this is you're going to go through the back loops, the back loops only on your stitch. So you have to find this single crochet that you made here and go in the back loop. And they kind of curl forward, so it could be a little deceiving, but you're gonna just find those and go through the back loops only. And you're gonna whip stitch all the way around your heart. Let's see. And just don't do them too tight, because you don't want it to be super tight, because you still want to kind of see that whip stitch. It kind of adds to the decorative edge. And see, here's the back loop of this stitch right here, and the back loop of that stitch right there. And honestly, you can do whatever you want. If you want to go through both loops, that's perfectly fine. That will give you a little bit different looking edge, but it will be so pretty. And I think I have a sample of the two different edges. Oh, here we go. Okay. So I did this pink one. I did going through both loops on the edging, the single crochet. And this one I went through the back loop only. So see how it gives it a little bit more of a decorative edge? This one's a little bit more like rounded, and this one's a little bit more squared, a little more boxy, but they both look perfectly fine. So it's just a matter of what you want to do and how you want to sew it. So let's continue going through the back loops only. So I'm sure you kind of understand this. So go ahead and whip stitch all the way around all of these single crochets. When you get to the point, just line up those points just like that, and then just keep going up the side. But stop when you get about to where it starts to curve, okay? So I'm going to come back at this point. So keep going all the way around until this point right there, because we need to stuff it. So I'll see you back here in a second. I've reached the point of where I need to start stuffing my heart. So you just put your needle aside, just leave it attached, because I've done that stitch around the edge. And then you'll take whatever is hanging out and you're just going to push it right into the heart. And start with the upper corner, the left side of that heart, and just push it in there. And you kind of want it to be loose and not super, not super stuffed. Because I think the 110 chains is actually perfect, but you can make as many as you want. If you want it a little looser, then you're more than welcome to do less chains, or if you want it puffier, you can do more chains. But for me, I think that really worked out perfectly. So just keep stuffing those in there until you get it all in. Look at that. Isn't that perfect? I'm so excited. I love it. And then at this point, you just pick up your yarn and you just go ahead and continue whip stitching until you close it, until you get to the end. How easy is this pattern? It's so great. I'm so excited about it, and I'm sure that you'll have fun making a ton of these, and you can teach it to your kids and your friends, and it's a perfect project to take with you. It's so portable because it's small, and you could just give hearts away. Like as you make them and you see people, just say, here's a heart for you, happy Valentine's Day, or just have a blessed day, or just make somebody smile. I think it's a perfect thing to do for someone, and just to make them smile. Look, we're all done. Look at that. And you can just kind of finesse it a little bit and move it around, get it to get in there really nice. Look at that. That turned out perfect. It's so easy. To finish this off, all you're going to do is put your needle in and out. Just keep weaving it into the piece, in and out, through the front and the back and the side. You'll just take your scissors and cut it. And you're all finished. Look how cute that is. I'm going to glue a little sequin on with this. It's the clear gel tacky glue. I'm just going to put a little dab of glue, just like that. And then drop this right on the top and push it down. How pretty is that? I do have them in other colors. I have a pink, a turquoise, the white, and the periwinkle. Oh, and look, I have this whole plate of sparkles. Aren't they pretty? So just pick whatever you want and put it on the heart. Let's see, I'm looking for an Aurora Borealis. They're in there because I see them. Here's one. They kind of match my nails, huh? Thank you for joining me today. I hope you really enjoyed that tutorial. I hope that it's as easy for you as it was for me. And just leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and I hope you have a happy Valentine's Day, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.